Okay, great. Then 3, 2, 1, go. And to answer your question, let's cry. It literally says orcs don't cry. And cry don't orcs. As well. So, you know, don't do drugs. Drugs don't do you. Stuff like that. So this is the semifinals of the loser brackets. Riku, who got beaten by Piano, and Cry, who got beaten by Val, and then beat Jones, who came from beating me. And yeah, so this is semifinals, one of the two semifinals in losers bracket. Cry against Riku, Lictor against Techmarine. Lictor hunting for scouts early on gets that one model, as you would expect, because hook him, 2 melee attacks, scout down. Actually, 1 melee attack, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah, Cry likes his spore mines, and why not on a map with garrisons? So Lictor hook does 100 damage. Scout has 140 HP. How much? You're Lictor main. How much is Lictor damage per hit? Is it?
It was a Lictor main.
Okay.
I think it's 2 hits.
I think it's 2 hits as well. So it's less than 40 damage the Lictor does. And I think it is because he has mad attack speed. I know he has way more than 40 DPS on his standard weapon, but he attacks more than once per second, so that's why he does less than 40 per hit. But that's also why he does a shit ton of specials, because if you attack often, you know, you roll the dice often, and you get more sixes.
He does 40 damage per hit. No, he does, 40 DPH and 50 damage per second. So he attacks 1.25 times a second.
So it's the regen, the 1 HP regen of the scouts, of that scout model that will need the second attack. Okay, interesting.
What if he's going to go for Toxin Miasma? My early days, I used the fucking Lictor, where I was so enchanted with him, I would get a war gear before getting warriors. Those weapons of his just carried me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I had to go for a second there, and I thought you would go on commentating, but okay, just don't then.
Sorry.
I guess that's why we're doing. That's why we're doing the double cast, right?
Well, the problem is I don't know where you're looking, or I don't know where your map is,
mm-hmm.
and I can't. Your stream is on a bit of a delay, so it's a bit difficult to solo.
Yeah.
Commentate.
Just talk about the general tactics or something like that. And I can still hear you and put my camera to whatever you are talking about, no problem.
Oh, you were still there. You were just chatting.
Yeah, it's just my dear girlfriend sitting next to me and sometimes asking questions, and I can't just go ignoring her.
No, they don't care for that, do they? Oh, my man's got barbed. Let's go.
He does, he sure does. Still no weapon on the Lictor.
People don't tend to be honest. They tend to get the armor. Good players, if they get anything at all.
It's just a lot of power, you know. I do get that you want. Oh, Lictor dies here. Those barriers.
Judge that one.
Well, how can you misjudge fucking weapon teams when it's just so much RNG? It's just you roll the dice, you know? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. He decided it was smart to roll the dice there. Could have been smart, but he lost anyways. So, took the chance and lost. You can't calculate the weapons team damage, so can you do?
Well, you're an orc player, so you certainly fucking can't. The number of times I've seen sentinels walk up to your guys while they're cloaked and just kick you in the face. It is upsetting to me. But the Devastators are a little bit more reliable.
Yes, they are. But it can still go horribly. It's just a few more rolls, so it evens out a little, but to have every projectile, every shot, to have a like 13% chance to hit is just so fucking low. Or was it 19? It was super low. I know it was below 20.
It's very silly, whatever it is. It took me ages to get my head around those numbers.
Scouts decide to shotgun the Lictor and not the Homers. So Homers go nom nom nom, but those scouts have shotguns, so they're melee resistant and yeah, just kite them until the Strangler arrives. Gets the decap there, certainly.
Yeah.
Has a lot of map as well. But can't get the gens. Those tags will super fast cavity cap it back. So not much lost there. I think all the dead homers. I mean, he's already ahead, but he should be playing nits. So I don't really know if that was worth it, the whole engagement. Nice pull on the sergeant there. I have a real hard time to notice which scout model is a sergeant there. It's basically the one with the hood.
Me too. When you're in the heat of things and you're trying to pull off a pro gamer move, it's not terribly easy.
Are these the Beaky Boys? No, these are not the Beaky Boys. So it's just so it's the one with a hood. Sergeant, have to remember that.
Those rippers are going to be lifesavers. Riku's dropping mines everywhere.
The reason why you don't go heavy weapons teams against nits. Rippers exist.
Mines don't go off if you can see them, is that right?
Correct.
I love how laser focused these on the power.
He knows he's all ahead, and well, I mean, there's not much to cap, right? What else would he? I mean, VPs, okay, but right now Riku is so low on VPs that our Cry can just ignore that a little and get the economic and army advantage. A jump on the Lictor, actually.
Never see the jumping purchased.
I guess he was really annoyed with that. I mean, why not? There's only ranged troops, not a single melee. So why not get jump? I get it. The Strangler actually finishing that and Lictor getting to level 2 of that. Interesting. Where's So there's 2 capillary towers so far. None next base. I guess that's the next thing he's gonna do. Oh, Venom drop. Actually.
What a strange... Oh, those swarms are making me nervous. Yep.
Not any longer. Oh, he did it to get the gen? Or was that just lucky accident?
I don't know. All of his guys were there.
He must have clicked it.
Oh, he's going straight for T3.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what his T3 pick was going to be.
He doesn't have much ranged firepower, so why not go for those Inferno?
Well, unless he's expecting a Razorback, I don't understand the play.
Maybe he expected the Dreadnought.
Yeah, I suppose he's got the bag to melter it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the deadly jump is just fucking doing the Lord's work on that Lictor. That TM is capping while being no, laying mines while being attacked. Oof.
Yes, so they do. No Death Spitters is kind of weird, but he will, now that he knows there's the Dreadnought, then obviously no Death Spitters. But I don't get the Dreadnought. Why Dreadnought over Razorback? I mean, we all know that Venom Brutes are pretty darn good against walkers and not so nice against the Razorbacks. But maybe he thought, well, there's a Thorax swarm out there, so I'd rather have that more tanky vehicle that doesn't care quite as much about being slowed.
It's just really impressive control from Ned's there.
Plasma on the tech. We'll have a word with all these warriors. Level 3 Tactical Marines, still without any upgrades at all. Dreadnought's getting out. I think at some point he must have used the Tech Marine Global, right? Otherwise that Dreadnought wouldn't be quite as healthy.
He likes Venoms, which is a pretty painful thing to happen while that Dread is out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing he's got a tech advantage and the Fex is on its way.
Besides that he wants that XP on the Dreadnought. But at the same time the Dreadnought needs to go back anyways and had some time, so why not use it to kill the power? The tower. Tower, not power. Timer guns are by now only a capping unit. And
what's the play with the Fex then? What's he going to go for?
That's a very good question. I'd say it's a Thornbag, man. You shit out the Rippers to get those Devastators locked down, and yeah, there's the Thornbag. And you can actually get 1v1 that Dreadnought.
I don't think any of the other picks are viable, really, are they?
No, not at all. You don't want the Venom Cannon against the Dreadnought. And you certainly don't want... How did that Fax just run over the mine and not get slowed? Do these tech mines not slow monsters?
I Don't actually know.
Ooh, you don't want rippers on a dreadnought. But I guess there's
Let's get
nothing
that
around.
inspiration up, boys.
Yeah, but there's not much around to be inspired. So I guess you actually can work with the slow. However, I thought you would want the rippers to tie up that last cannon that was inevitably coming. Yeah, but slowing the dreadnought is fine as well. Dreadnought's level 2 by now, and there's a Melter gun on the Tech Marine, level 4 by now. Dreadnought level 2. I guess with the global, this Dreadnought could actually deal with effects, but with the global and Tech Marine repair, that is. There's a lot of other units as well, and now there's a tier 3 Lictor coming out.
I'm looking forward to that.
Would be so much more advantageous for Cry here if he had still his Venoms.
If he had what, sorry?
The Venoms.
Oh yeah, losing them was a pretty chunky loss.
Tier 3 Lictor on its way. I wonder when the Thornback will be able to shit out more rippers. Homagons die to the Empress. It's not Empress Fist, is it? What's the ability on the Dreadnought again?
Emperor's Fist, yeah. Term against it down as well.
Empress
He's
Fist, really?
melted.
Not Fist of the Emperor? I think Empress Fist was of the Lord Commissar's tier 3 war gear, right? Maybe it's both Emperor's Fist, who the fuck knows?
I don't know.
Oh, good scout grenade on his own dreadnought. What the fuck, Riku? So one scout. I could have sworn these scouts were going down, but they weren't. And now this Fax is killed because the Lictor decided to tie up that weapon team too late.
Oh, this might be the saving grace though.
No. Oh yeah. Right, that one does heavy melee. I forgot. So, just gets another dreadnought. Nice. But why not? I mean, look at this composition. You want something to deter those lictors.
Oh wow, he's used the endless swarm, I think it's called.
Yeah, why not?
Not very often you see that one.
I see it more often recently, I think. It's not that uncommon in high-level play. You know, when you just need a capping unit and holy shit, Cry needs capping units.
We've got
also
on the way.
Also nice with a Swarm Lord actually. Get those small units out, and I think they start with the Endless Swarm upgrade, so they reinforce 1 for 2, right? Do they?
Whoa, good question actually. They definitely start with adrenal glands
and toxin sacs. Yes, I know that. Well, another thing we will never know because we are so literate in this game. Holy shit. There's so much to know. I don't think apart from in Akura, no one will ever know everything.
Well, I can check now. I sort of know where things are.
Oh yeah, because there was some chat was going and upgrading the codex recently, right? Who was that? Can you remind me?
Doing what? Updating the codex?
Yeah, who was the chat?
Me.
I know.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh.
Good job, Arthur. Thank you very much for finally updating that codex.
Defense.
We have all been we have been longing for it. In your defense, yes. Go on.
It's not easy to tell when a German is trying to tell a joke.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I must be running on fucking autopilot at the moment. because your sarcastic voice is exactly the same as your normal voice. Missed a treat. Neurothreat does psychic, doesn't it? So it's not going to do shit against the Dread by
Yeah,
default.
it's got no AV at all. I don't know if its percentage damage ability thingy can actually damage vehicles, but I doubt it. Ooh, that tier 3 Lictor is gonna die.
There you go. He's not got the energy to jump either.
Slap. Oh yeah, nice. Get off my tax, that Dreadnought says.
Another Fex on the way, another Dread on the way. This is a fucking arms race.
Yeah, it is, it certainly is. But pretty fucking good game one, isn't it? Holy crap.
Just really struggling to deal with that. These Dreads. So why the fuck not add some more in?
And he's getting the Venom Cannon now because he says, fuck you, Dreadnoughts. We'll have to shield it with some... Well, maybe Rippers are a bad idea, but at least with the Thorax Swarms Melter. To slow it down. I mean, I think if the Venom Fax gets like 3 salvos off, it should be able to beat the Dreadnought afterwards in melee. That was a rough estimation. Don't hold me accountable for that. Wait, do Carnifexes lose melee resistance?
Yep.
No, this won't be the last game. This is the first game of this series. We have 2 more to go. Which was stupid to say because that was a fucking spoiler for the next game. But, well, it is what it is. Oh!
Carnifexes lose their melee resistance, but doesn't really seem to be.
I know they lose melee damage and they lose their rending, like their AoE with the attack, but I'm not sure they lose. I think they lose their melee resistance. Yes, I think they do. They just don't lose their special attack. This is what I'm usually furious about. That all these walkers, be it a Dreadnought or a Carnifex, if they get their ranged weapons, they can still fucking special. And playing Orcs, where your melee skill is always lower than the one of these walkers, they will fucking special you, so... Storm Boys are just no option to deal with these ranged walkers, because they will just special them. And that's basically my problem. What were you saying?
Lictor's down.
Mm-hmm.
What you call it? Vehicle walker specials in general. I think they're gonna have a look at. I think there's some odd quirks.
Oh, the fax is going down here. Why did he even push in? Oh, he's got the caps. He's got the double caps. He just wants to tie him up in a fight so he can just finish the game on caps. I don't know if he's got the time. These scouts will get that. There's no energy on the Neurothrope to do a knockback. And the other scouts were on the way to mid, but aren't going for it anymore. Riku, please? Get the VPs? Oh my god, we've got another without number to save that VP. So now we are on a 1 cap because the Lictor is getting bottom back, tries to, and will now just deal with these tags. So there's a non-cap bottom and still 1 for Cry in the middle. And a non-cap on top as well. May get the... Oh god, just in time, got it! That's it, GG.
Yet another dread. Lictor's not capping.
Oh god. Yeah, but he... Hmm. Oh wait,
He's
that's
fucked himself.
actually Cry's VPs that are going out. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I confused the VPs all this time. Yeah, the one Scout's got
Too
the
little, too
cap
late.
at the top. And that's it, Riku gets it, because the Lictor forgot to cap. Holy crap. Well, looking at the armies, I think he would have had this game anyways, even if that was a 1-to-1 cap. Because I think Riku would have won any further fight with how Cry had to struggle to keep the VP so long. So, good first game goes to Riku. Space Marine map goes to the Space Marines. Big surprise.
I enjoyed that one.
That was a good game.
A lot of silliness, which is one of my favorite food groups. Which one's
So,
next?
next one will be the one on Fedrid.
All right. He's going nids again. I like it. Assuming it's going to be a different hero. Those are the rules.
Yes, of course. So we go for the homers.
When the home is capped, we start. Them's the rules.
Ready when you are.
Boop. Okay. Going to count us down.
3, 2, 1, let's go. So Riku on his Chaos Lord against Cry on a Hive Tyrant. Fatties amongst each other. Game 2. So knowing there's a game 3, I'm very sorry, I spoiler.
You just wrecked it all.
Who will win this? But let's see, the matchup can be interesting in Tier 2 when Nids struggle to counter the Bloodletters. And Riku has lost on this map with, I think, his Chaos Lord to... Who was it? He had a huge lead, I remember, on this map against the Chaos player. I think it was Cry. That was a different tourney though. And then Bloodletters came out and just decimated everything, and Riku just wouldn't fucking get the completely necessary and obvious purchase of the Gene Stealers to counter that. And yeah, so it's always the question, how many Bloodletters will there be, and will the Nid be forced into Gene Stealers, or will he not? And will that be
I
enough to...
love Gene Stealers. You can't force me into them. I think they're fantastic.
Me too. Big pressure there from Cry early. Chaos Lord barely got one Termagant. No, he didn't. He didn't even kill a single Termagant before he was forced off. How did that happen?
No. He needs that weapon. Make a nice big splash.
I guess the fastness of the Termagants pulled through there, being able to completely kite the Chaos Lord. Termagants are where they want to be. Melee with these CSM. However, they will have to retreat. And he retreats.
He got one model though, so
Mm-hmm.
paid for themselves.
Absolutely. A little lucky,
Dodged kill.
gotta
No, that
admit.
wasn't blue.
I mean, being on half HP or even more than half HP and losing a model was quite unlucky from Riku there, and he probably molded about that a lot.
Spawn mines got absolutely destroyed.
Yes.
You really want them on the right as well to keep an eye on that lane.
Yeah, you kind of want, because there's the garrisons and there's the power. That's the two things you want them to against, but you kind of want them to be where the heretics are as well, so yeah, so and so. But there are heretics on the other side, so yeah, that would have been where you want them. Double Havocs? No, that was just an Overwatch, alright. And we've got Ravenous.
I'm gonna chew those ticks up. There's no point even sticking around for that fight. The AC's not gonna make it on time. Oh my god, he's gonna lose him. Oh shit.
I
Riku
only saw the end of that. So he was upgrading the AC, but it didn't come in time.
No, nowhere near enough time.
So I mean, let's be honest, he could have just Doom Blasted and went for the building, and then when the AC was out, fucking fought back. But that's a big oof. A huge oof.
Early loss.
Charge armor is in, gets the knockback on the Havocs. Will it net him a model? It doesn't look like it. Ravenous certainly help dealing with the Chaos Lord and will be helpful dealing with the Bloodletters as well. We got a 5-unit tier 1 from Riku going for these Noise Marines as well.
Well, X5 unit T1.
Yes. Well, he purchased 4. Let's say it like that. I don't really understand the Noise Marines here. I mean, there's a Hive Tyrant and it's got charge armor and like, what for? Ravenous are already out. What, I mean, to bash? Are you really expecting to bash Nits?
I don't know, and the Hive Tyrant is a pretty good enough counter to them, even
Yeah,
without charge.
because he can't be knocked back, you know. And he's a tanky boy, especially with that scream of his. Well.
Very blue map. There's a lot of VPs on one side.
Currently a triple cap, so Cry will try to delay here as good as he can, even taking some economic losses. Do you see how that domino knockback just obliterated these trees? It's fucking awesome sometimes. The most fun thing to kill with domino knockback in a game you can't kill it usually is must be on Quest's Heresy, the wall that shields you from the middle. If you get that
you can domino
thing,
those down.
yeah, you can. And if you do, I mean, it opens up the map so much, it's ridiculous. Suddenly you have a second path, or let's see, a fourth path to the enemy power, you know. And he's got another way out of base, so can't be turreted in quite as easily. There's a lot of stuff that can happen there. So Riku 10 power of tier 2.
He's got.
Yeah.
So I said nose range for a second there. He's a long way behind on VPs on tech. Tyrant got summoned in straight away.
He did get Eternal War though. I don't know at what point. But I'm just so bored right now that I'm just checking upgrades. Cry thought about Endless Swarm on his Hormagons, but thought nope, just Termagons. It is getting them some extra HP, and Noise Marines are just off to the side, and that's what I thought he would use them to. Just put them to the sides where the garrisons is, push for power, and when the Hive Tyrants when the Hive Tyrant comes in, just go for the garrison.
He's gonna have Venoms out before Riku even hits T2.
Yeah, and that's already a Tyrant Guard on his gens. I mean, on the plus side, Chaos doesn't need too much power in tier 2 unless they want Dreadnoughts, but I don't think he does. He just wants those.
The fuck did those Noise Marines survive? Oh,
They didn't.
too little, too late.
There's the Bloodletters, but I don't think it will save this game. Ravenous don't cap for some reason. Cry in losers bracket for a reason. So to just be watching and being such a know-it-all, chilling there, not needing to coordinate all these units.
It's so easy to spot things when you're watching, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's going to be a CSM wipe, I think. Or maybe not.
Nope. Caster curse. So oh god, Bloodletters. We're trying to start on Tyrant Guard, but Tyrant Guard got a lucky special as well, just to round up this game. Havoc setting up right in the face. No, think they don't want to. Mark of Zinj. I mean, he's got what he needs, but it's just too little. At what point did he get the combi bolter, by the way? I missed that.
Oh, quite. There they are.
And this is basically game. But Riku never gives up, so he will just kill off all his units while the VPs run out. Look at these. Those heretics. Almost got the Hormagons.
Just going into the gents before the next one.
Oh, they're actually dead. It's nice. They are just still there because these bloodletters, like you click on the heretics and you get the bloodletters because it's blood sacrificed ones. So okay, cry in the chat. Saying we will enjoy the Warboss usage in game 3. Let's see. So, last game still to cast, and then we can go into live games. We have a good crowd, but it's already too late, so I think this will be my last one, and then we'll stop for today. We stop stopping. Where the fuck's the game? Why can I not find it? There it is. It's on Vulkan. Loading in. Rain asked to play. What? Wobos?
Alright, I'm back. Give me a sec to catch up in.
It's the Vulcan Pits one.
Yeah.
We go for the scouts starting to cap.
Sure thing. Warboss versus Apple. Is this a weighted matchup, would you say?
Weighted, as in someone has
Anyone's...
advantage.
Yeah, I don't know why I said weighted.
I would have said before the latest patching, I would have said advantageous for the APO, but not anymore. With the Space
Okay, ready
Marine
when you are.
nerfs. Hmm?
Sorry to interrupt. Ready when you are.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Which just general Space Marine nerfs or
Cry says Space Marines shit on orcs here. So he kind of disagrees with me. Funny that I say this is balanced and Cry says orcs are underpowered in this matchup. He says Warboss is the worst against Space Marines. I would agree with that, but
yeah, that makes sense.
only a little and barely. And if it's okay if you get the shooter, but you know you have to invest in the shooter. So, yeah.
What do
While
you think about the shooter?
Damus, however, says Warboss is better than Kanop in this matchup. So there's a lot of different opinions, which shows us it's very well balanced. There's 3 people, and they all have different opinions about it, and all playing on a high or fairly high level. Fairly high being me. Then you know it's nice. So what were your questions? Sorry, what was your question?
What do you, so there's quite a bit of
What changed in the patch, right?
yeah. Was it anything Apo specific, or did you just mean just big SM nerfs in general?
SM nerfs in general. There was nothing changed about Apple specific. Yeah, mech would be amongst the best. It's just that Warboss wants Storm Boys here, and that you can't foot grenade Storm Boys anymore. That's probably the biggest thing, I would say. And
I
then
was about
there
to ask you what
is
you think of the min range grenade change, but as an orc player, I suppose you'll be universally for it.
I'm just regretting that I started playing stick bombs on Kanop just when that change came in. But apart from that, I like it. Yes, I think it's fair. That's it. Because yeah, I use units. I use one of the 2 or 3 units in the game where it's completely broken against because you can't dodge at all. That being Storm Boys. So I hate that. I hated these foot nades, and I like that they are gone. And then the change on the Razorback with the smoke also does quite the number on this matchup. Because you now can actually damage it while it's in the smoke, and that so you can do what you're supposed to do and get tank busters against it, while you couldn't before. And one of the reasons why Warboss is the worst in this matchup is, of course, he lacks the scout hunting powers in tier 1, but the second reason is that he has problems catching a Razorback, and that smoke getting nerfed allows tank busters to actually deal damage to a Razorback in smoke, which would usually, if you catch it off guard, caught it off guard before, it would just go into smoke, and even if you use the Tank Buster Barrage into that smoke, it wouldn't do much damage. But now that barrage will do double the damage as it did before, and so he can't just stay in the smoke because, you know, barrage will hurt. And that's a big change if you ask me.
What did it? It was 90, wasn't it? 90 reduction.
No, it was 80 and now it's 60. So before you did 20% of your original damage and now you do 40% of your original damage, so basically double the damage.
Sure, it was 80.
Not sure enough, now that you ask. So let's actually cast the game and not the overall matchup. We've got standard build by Riku, standard build by Cry. It was 80, Damus says, so I am correct.
Fair enough.
Unless he's lying to us, you know. I do not know about the angry bits here. There's shotguns and probably purification rites soon. And since he can be knocked out of that, I would have preferred the shooter by a long run over the angry bits here. So he used it.
Absolutely nothing.
That angry bits was just for the region. He just wanted to trigger the region. That's why he used it there. He wanted to stay in cover and get the region from it, so he can waste more time and maybe kill a scout model, which he just did. So, and now he gets a shooter as well.
Jesus.
And now this makes sense. This Wobos can just stay in heavy cover forever. Because he's got
a huge investment though, isn't it?
It is, it is. But
so he got the armor and the accessory literally just for regen.
Yeah, he got 2 war gears just for regen, so he can stay in that cover for longer. This is exactly what he was going for here.
This is hilarious.
And if he he combos it with Art Boys here as well.
Yeah.
And this is basically why he said you would like the Warboss usage. I guess. Super high investment tier 1. But he got a bash with it, so 2 gens that already paid for the second war gear, and these war gears are exactly what he wants here. So, I mean, why not? Use your choppers on the shooters, but it's not, well, it should be. It gives them 70 melee skill, but it's just not enough to stay out of APO specials. But they still kill him. They kill him with a 30% extra damage, or is it 50? I don't even know. What is hard, boys? Use your choppers. Is it? I think it's 30% extra damage, and that makes him kill the Apo with the fists. Apo is already back, probably from global, right? %25 only damage increase. Thank you, Damus. See, I don't even know the orcs. Sad.
He's not your favorite, the Warboss, is he?
No. But I don't. I mean, I think it's been like 2 years ago when I started learning the other orc heroes, which for me had been MacBoy and Warboss. But by now I don't really care anymore. I like them all. But I'm still originally a commando knob, you know. These assaults, man.
He's getting his money's worth out of him.
One model gets out. The capping shooters are capping. And yeah, you can't quite go for the... Yeah, I guess the outer gen can be bashed without being fired upon. But he uses ground attack instead of range stance, so one of the models just doesn't fire. The burners, that is. The players go tier 2 simultaneously. We have one shotgun, no sergeants. So yeah, Cry spent a shit ton more on power there. Yo, that APO is dead. Oh yeah, purification vials, I forgot. So saved by that. And the souls. Souls weren't necessary, I think. Oh, they were, because the Storm Boys could jump. Level 2 techs already. Because they bled
Half-arm
a
pressure
lot
is
of
fantastic.
models. Yes, it is. So there's the Razorback. And on the other side, there is Weirdo. I think seeing this Razorback, yes, he wouldn't cancel the Weirdo and go for the Tank Busters, which is exactly what he does. I like it. Yeah, we have the usual side capping rock, paper, scissors stuff. So the capping shooters get beat back by the tanks. And then, oh my god. Yeah, Cry was wondering the
Oof.
same thing I was. What the fuck was that, Riku? You threw the game right there. Level 2 techs gone. Leveling up those sluggers that... Dead weight. Yeah. Surely you wanted them gone, right? Wobos gets stuck on some tank traps with his... Ooh, that's a nice
Oof. God, that
barrage.
was good.
Yeah, rear armor and a lot of rockets hit. Usually, I think 25% should miss on large targets, right? And that
Okay,
was a lot less there. So, got the smoke screen, but there's tank busters. But there's assaults as well, yeah. He should A in. Yeah, look how much damage that barrage did there. And we get Stern Guard. Immediately go for the stinky bolts. What else? And we do have 2 shotguns. I missed that. And the Razorback got his armor. Classic. Lose your tags. Get Stern Guard. Wobos goes on a hunt for these Stern Guards. Not much they can do. That 1v1. Razorback going forward to avoid the barrage. Takes a standard auto attack. Oh my god, will it die here? No. Ooh, almost. Died.
Oh, got it.
Should have
Nice to
just...
see it.
I don't know why he was driving so weirdly. He should have just driven away from the tank busters. As fast as he could. Without stopping.
Nice slippers too.
Oh, nice. Nice jump on the assaults. But not nice not finishing off those sluggers. And the busters had a go on the farm on the rest there was. Just jump out of your barrage. But that barrage doesn't do so much damage on infantry. Apo goes down though. We now have big shooters on both shooters. So late tier 2 shooter upgrade. Interestingly. I guess he's a little annoyed with the double shotgun.
Not sure what the SM play is now. Losing that Razorback was a big loss.
Yeah. certainly a big
Does
loss.
have a nice fat VP lead though, thankfully.
This could actually be why he went for the second big shooter, because now not the vanilla shooter is his capping unit, but the tank busters. And well, or you can use them to fuck stuff out of cover. Like the barrage on the stone guard there. Warboss level 3 by now. Can't really be beaten by much. Apo used his heal already.
And that spiky armor is paying it for itself for more regen now that the assaults are around.
It always pays for itself.
Is it 20 power?
25. 20 would be absolutely ridiculous. The big stomp armor is 20 though.
No, that's probably what I was thinking of. Very comfortable T3 from Cry.
Yeah. Look what this Warboss does to the poor scouts. It just charges into cover again. I like that. However, the stinky bolts don't care about your cover, so shotgun blast deters the sluggers. I think it's interesting how he ignores the tags and the stone guard all game. And tries to force off the assaults first. But yeah, why not? If you don't have the weirdo, there's nothing you can send attacking those tags.
Dread's on the way, but the looted tank and the tank busters are going to make an absolute fool out of it.
Yes, it will.
Nice hard boys on the retreat.
That saved so many models there, holy crap. If not the whole squad. But the sluggers are level 3 and that pays off as well. Getting that wipe on the tacticals, you can tell me what you want, but that basically made the game. And allowed Cry to go tier 3 here. There comes the war. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? But with how Orc tier 2 is and how you tend to bleed against Space Marines, I too have noticed a lot of times that losing one gen isn't even worth replacing it. Because that would actually be the thing that unbalances your echo. So Riku tries to play some hide and seek there. These scouts... Oh, I don't think that barrage was smart. Oh god, he gets it. Why didn't Riku retreat sooner?
Oh my days.
Because I would have thought he wants to retreat there and then use the barrage on retreat, because the barrage is actually a great retreat killer. But he just took it, so it's fine. Took it and wiped the scouts.
I really
Last
don't want to be SM
cannon.
in this situation. Right, what makes this map so bad for orcs? Or Fufu, if you're of the same inclination.
I am. Well, super safe fucking power is always nice. A lot of heavy cover is also very nice. Short ways, so not a big map as well. So the retreats don't really hurt you that much. You can retreat a lot more without being punished for it too much. Because, you know, you retreat and you can be back on the map before. Yeah. Also that, hard to hold rec points. It's a good point as well, yes. Like, you win that fight, you force off the Space Marines, which usually costs you a few models, so he gets XP and everything, bleeds you rec. And you force him off, and what you want as Orc then is to at least get 1 or 2 rec points off of that. Or some map, you know. But since the map is so small, they actually manage a lot of times to get back on the map and force the next fight before you can even cap. So that means you either have to force them off twice to cap anything at all, or you just, you know, when on other maps for one army versus army, one engagement, you would get 2 to 3 points. On this map you usually get 1, and that's it. And this is what makes this a bad orc map. Just the short way out of base. And the rec points being so in the middle.
I am loving. I've never seen the Warboss being used like this before, and I think it's absolutely hilarious.
Well, if I get the I love to get the shooter on maps with tank traps. And I usually go the spiky armor with it. What I don't do is the angry bits, because I don't know, 25 power for what does it give him? It's 7.5 HP per second for a few seconds. I think it's like 150 to 200 extra HP region. Because the extra damage doesn't apply if you don't. The damage you get depends on how far you have been charging. So if he uses his point blank, he basically doesn't get any extra damage. He only gets the speed, and the speed also doesn't apply if you use range damage. You know, if you just use it range. So I really don't like the angry bits here. The other two war gears, yes, that is something I do just like that. So trades the tank for Dreadnought, and that's basically game here. So, you know, Angry Bits has damage, regen, and speed, and the only thing he uses here is a regen. So if you use 1 out of 3 aspects of a war gear, it's usually not worth it economically. Maybe Cry didn't realize that the damage depends on the range you've been charging, which is pretty stupid. Yes, the region is the best part, but it's also, you know, I don't think. I mean, look at how much earlier he could have been in tier 2 without getting this war gear. He could have been in tier 2 and having a weirdo and the tank busters there. This way he was basically just able to afford the tank busters and go to tier 3. And I think with the weirdo he could have closed out this game in tier 2 already. No need to even go tier 3. That's a little so and so. Or just another thing, you know, instead of going for the angry bits for that little heal, you could have also gotten a pain boy for only 200 rec more, and that's a fucking pain boy, and you could have thrown the heal on the warboss as well for the same amount of healing, and then you get a fucking melee unit as a bonus, which is super strong against assaults, which you were already on the field, so I don't know.
Oh, it's good shouts.
Arthur,
First two warriors, though.
Angry Bits
Yep.
description in Codex seems to differ.
Oh,
War gear and ability description. If you
I
want.
don't know.
Yeah, just
But
I'm
I'll probably say that.
Hmm?
I'll probably say that the war gear and the ability description. I don't know. What are they both saying? I can check.
I wouldn't know. Maybe make a note or something. I don't know.
I will do. Once the
How far
new,
are you with the Codex thing?
taking a bit of a pause at the moment while we're just fixing something back-endy.
Yeah.
I've got 2 units to add, Grots and Melee Mandos.
And with that, all the games have been casted. Hey Val, of the cup, I will cut them all and put them all on my YouTube once I'm done. So we will have this cup completely covered and in some kind of library. So if in 2 years someone asks, what was this game in this cup, you will find it there. All right. Sorry, Arthur, you've been saying.
No, I'll be rabbiting on for a while. Don't worry.
About the codex and that you've been taking a break.
Just helping out with some other bits and bobs at the moment. My top priority is to get the ESL thing fixed. It's really, really, really hard.
Yeah, Cry says he lost to Val round 1 on purpose to get more games. Because winner's bracket is so short, you know.
It's the hero we deserve.
Yeah, exactly. So,
okay, I'm gonna dip. Same time next week.
Please, and then we go back into live games. You guys all joined that faction war, no matter your skill level. Get into it. I was forced to play Division A, so if you are a newer player, don't be afraid of me. I think it's also very beginner friendly, or let's say mid skill level and lower mid skill level friendly, that you only have to play one race. So all you need to be able to play is 3 heroes and you're fine. Join it, please join it, and let's have a fun time there. With that, we